Listen, we're in the Champions League. We're in the Champions League. Finishing top 3. We're in the Champions League. Where's Liverpool? Not there. Where's Chelsea? Not there. Where's Spurs? Not there. Oh my God!
Copenhagen 4, Man United 3. Where do I start? I'm still very angry at what I just witnessed, because it was a game that basically had absolutely everything in it when it didn't need to. And we could talk about the VAR, which I will talk about in a second. Player mistakes, it had that. It had players fighting, we were fighting. It had good football where we were in total control. It just had everything. It just had everything. But I am going to start to get it out of the way, just get VAR out of football. Like, look, we've all had our moments in you know, laughing at other managers or laughing at other teams when it gets done to them. But what I saw today was just ridiculous. Like that red card on Marcus Rashford. Now, football is a contact sport. It's like we're just trying to take every single element of that out of the game and look at everything with a microscopic lens and slow everything down to super, super slow speeds and overanalyze everything. The game is being run by people who just do not have a clue. You can see that Marcus Rashford is trying to shield the ball. There is no intent to hurt the player. Now, even on the stream, I was still a little bit, I get it. Sometimes they can give those ones, but to the law they did, but this is what they're saying about the game is just stupid. Even all the handballs that happen, the one for Harry Maguire is stupid. What's he supposed to do with his arms? I don't get it. The one that we got, it had to be given in the context because it was the same thing. So that's why I was adamant. If you've given one against us for that, you've got to give that. But essentially, they're not handballs. Then their player did it when the ball dropped out the sky and it's hit him on the arm and just inside the area. Where was that? There's a player standing right in front of Onana for their first goal to get back to 2-1. Not even looked at. Their player, I think, threw a little bit of an elbow at Rasmus Højlund, not even looked at. Like, it's just too inconsistent. It doesn't matter what competition it is, whether it's flipping the Premier League, whether it's the Champions League, it's just an absolute joke. So, yeah, people can say, you was laughing at Arteta the other day, look, hold that. Essentially, it's all the same shit. It's hurting all teams. So that's my thing. Enough is enough with the VAR thing. I've tried to just be patient with it and say, look, all it's doing is showing replays so that people can get to the right decisions. And all it's doing is making us keep talking about decisions for the complete wrong reasons. We would have been talking about human error anyway. Let us just go back to talking about human error. All we're doing is swapping human error for talking about even more human error with even more help and evidence to help them get to the right decision, and they're not. So that's the rant over about that. I have to talk about our mentality. I will big us up for the things that we did well, and I will get there in a little bit. But the mentality of us in these highly emotional moments of games is still costing us individual mistakes. Now, it sounds harsh to start with the negatives, but the reason why I'm doing it is because when I finish this, I wanna try and leave it on the good things that I saw, which is why I have to talk about the negatives first. You know, Raphael Varane, what is he doing? I have no explanation as to why he's taken a touch like that with no pressure on him and then proceeds to play that ball with his left foot into thin air and to just know it's straight back to them. Wan-Bissaka plays a stupid heavy pass back to Onana. Now, yes, 9 times out of 10, you could say Onana should deal with that, but let's start with pass appreciation. Look after your teammate. Give him a ball back to him that's got the right weight on it. It's got the right care and attention on the pass. Do things crisp, do things properly. And Wan-Bissaka was brilliant, by the way, as well, in his general performance. But that one lapse of concentration. Diogo Dalot, you need to say tapped in. You need to say switched on. Let the runner go in behind you. That's three big issues where we're not coming through the games in the right way mentally. It keeps happening. It keeps happening. We can't just wipe that under the carpet. This team is mentally weak. It is. When we get to moments where we really have to stand up and be counted for, we keep failing. We keep failing. Now, I have to say, I saw a lot of good things today. The players were fighting for the manager. They put everything into that today. Of course, there were lapses of concentration, but the players showed fight. They did. The effects that bad decisions can have on the game as well, we didn't deserve that. Marcus Rashford didn't deserve to get sent off. Didn't deserve to get a penalty given us against us, Harry Maguire. But these things happen. You know, all the other VAR things that I just spoke about. And thirdly, the game management at times was actually pretty good. For large parts, it was pretty good. The first 20 minutes, or should I say the first 38 minutes, I think, till Rashford got sent off, it was perfection. You know, they had the banners out. The crowd was going to be up. We score after a couple of minutes. Brilliant goal. Midfield was excellent. Eriksen was popping it in between the lines. Maguire was passing in between the lines. Bruno was really good. Garnacho was picking up the ball. Højlund was making good movements. We were in complete control of the game. It was the best I've seen us play for ages. You know, up until the red card, everything was absolutely fine. But like me and Owen have keep saying, we need to be absolutely perfect in games to win. That's the biggest thing that's pissing me off. Football isn't perfect. Games are going to have ups and downs. Games are going to have flipping ridiculous decisions go against you, which happened to us quite a bit today, more than the normal game. I understand that. But you have to see it through. And where I do give praise, listen, we went to a 4-4-1. You know, second half, I thought we'd come out and controlled it. We made sure we didn't give away anything stupid and waited to get a chance to be able to do something. And we took that chance by getting a penalty. But again, the game management. You know, when you go down to 10 men, I'll go back to the start. I feel like I'm skipping all over the place because that's just how I feel right now. When you go back to the start of the game, back to the first half, we didn't deserve to go down to 10 men, but we are. What's the first thing that you do? Get organised, get compact, make sure we don't give anything away. Give away a stupid goal. Of course, I'm saying the VAR could have disallowed it with the guy standing in front of Onana, but even the way that the goal happened, and it goes through Varane's legs, we don't stop the cross. Wan-Bissaka's too far in, ball goes over his head, just not organised. Then you're thinking, right, you know what? It's 2-1, our deficit's just been half. Get in at half-time, 2-1 up. Now, the penalty was very harsh on Harry Maguire. What's he supposed to do with his hand? But in terms of not stopping it at source, not stopping the root of the problem before it becomes a bigger problem, we failed to do it. You know? So you go in at 2-2, the lead's gone. But the game's not over. And I do respect that Erik ten Hag made the right change, get Eriksen out of there, get Amrabat on. That made sense. And again, we did okay. Go 3-2 up. Now you're 8 minutes, I think we conceded the equaliser in like the 82nd minute or something like that. You know, you're 8 minutes away from basically having 90 minutes on the clock. And then that's where the mistakes start to happen. That's when the calamitous mistakes start to happen. And that is this. That is all mentality, and it's weak. We have to call that out. At the same time, we're saying the players showed heart. At the same time, we're saying the players showed fight. At the same time, we're saying that we were completely in control of the game for large parts before Marcus Rashford's red card. Is the same way we have to say, though. In the critical moments, we keep making mistakes. The Varane one, I can't explain it. We were all saying, why is he not starting? At the moment, I'd rather have Johnny Evans and Maguire with the way that we're playing. With the way that, Varane came in and made that mistake. I'm not saying he done it on purpose, but something's up there. You know, Wan-Bissaka was really good. I was so impressed with what he was doing. Dalot, before he made that one mistake. And these are one mistakes, and this is why it's harsh, but the stakes are high. So the scrutiny has to be high. They were really good. Those players were good. Maguire was absolutely fine. But when the mistakes happen, the same result happens, and it ends up in Manchester United losing football matches. And the reason why I'm most frustrated today is because it wasn't just the mistakes. You know, there was so much more going on in this game. This game had absolutely everything, and it just didn't need to have that. So I am fuming. I am angry. Can I see us going through? Not really. I can't. Not at all. Going to, Galatasaray, obviously, without Rashford now. Tough atmosphere. There'll be some hardships. And guess what? We probably won't deal with them very well, like we just have. Then, obviously, if we do beat Galatasaray, fingers crossed, you get a win there, then you have to beat Bayern at home. Yes, they're clean through. They've gone through with maximum points. Might make some changes, but I don't fancy us. That's just where we're at right now. But I did see the team working, and I did see a good reaction. I was very pleased with our performance, you know. And there was more things that we did right today than we did wrong. But unfortunately, when the stakes are this high, you can't make the mistakes that we keep making, especially when you wrestle yourself back in front. It's just not good enough. I know a lot of people saying Ten Hag out now and all of that stuff. To be honest, I don't even really want to discuss it, because to me, it's not on my agenda to even think about getting rid of Ten Hag right now. There's enough in there where you can see the players are working for him. I didn't think that a couple of games ago, I have to be honest. And it is easy to be very reactionary and react off emotion. And it is very difficult to keep calm in these types of situations. But, you know, I don't think that he should be sacked or anything like that. We have to keep going. We have to dust ourselves down. And we have to try and do the best that we can right now. It's not good enough. It isn't. But that game was just so weird with what happened. So listen, I'm pissed off, I'm annoyed, I'm angry. It's still raw, but I saw a lot of good things. I did, but I also saw some of the same old, and that is what frustrates me, because I think it's important to call that out. I can't see us getting out the group. To be honest with you, I don't even want Europa League as well. I'd rather, if we're not going to go through, I'd rather just go out completely and move on. But you may disagree. Let me know how you guys think. Take care. I'm out of here. Peace.